Okay, why don't we go ahead and get started? We've got everybody here. Usually we have a few more speakers, but as I mentioned earlier, some of our team's traveling, so they're on the ground giving updates rather than here on Discord for right now. We've got a killer lineup of activities and updates this week, or sorry, this month. So these are the Mantle Townhalls. We also host another event here in Discord called Deep Dives, where we dive into a single project. So if you're not familiar with this format, we try to gather once a month to celebrate wins, feature some ecosystem projects. This month we've only got one. We're just kind of iterating on the format for these, so we're going to have a lot more open discussion this time. But we'll start off with some community updates and some ecosystem opportunities that y'all can find, in addition to product updates, and then we'll talk about the next phase of cmETH and the new governance token Cook. Gabe will cover those, Gabe from our DeFi BD team. And then we'll have the Community Choice Award participant here, Merchant Mo. So thank you everybody who voted also for your favorite project. We've done this a few times. Last time we had like 6 projects up here. I think it was a little bit too much. So hopefully there's a little bit more room for the Merchant Mo team here to breathe and share something exciting, maybe drop some alpha. Yeah, and then we'll move on to the open discussion. Just going to run through. We've got MNT incentives as always. So 700 MNT. We try to put together a big prize pool for this one. It's really simple to enter. You've just got to register, vote, and participate. So we had the registration for this event on Luma. We had a ton of registrations. That's where you voted for the projects. And then the next step is to claim your NFT for this event. I'm going to post the link here. There's no catch here. It's just like, you just go and claim your NFT. We'll announce the password at the end of this event. You can enter that, and then you can go ahead and claim it. And that's just sort of a commemorative NFT, and it also enters you to win the raffle for this event. So if you're a citizen of Mantle holder, you'll have 2 chances to win. So you can win the Questin raffle, and you can also win the COM raffle. So we'll have 15 winners for Questin, 20 MNT each, 16 winners for COM, 25 MNT each. And again, all you have to do is participate. We'll just compare who claimed the NFTs, who holds the COM, and then who's participating in the chat. So like I said, we'll have a lot of room for discussion, and we'll be flagging questions throughout. So ask questions, share names, help other people find answers, jump into the discussion on stage or in the chat, and you'll be entered into the raffle. And that's the NFT there on the right, this little 1990s dude chilling, just watching Merchant Mo. All right, and without further ado, I'm just going to go through quickly some community updates, and I'll do my best to flag questions throughout. But maybe Zoloto, if you want to throw some animated emoji onto any questions that pop up, that would be super helpful. All right, so one of the opportunities we've got going on right now is the Mantle Swag Design Challenge. So if you've been paying attention on Twitter or in the various channels, you might have seen some people posting their designs, but also, there was a discussion I think it was yesterday, with a handful of the judges as well. So maybe I can share a link to that as well if you guys are interested in learning more. But the gist of it is that we're looking for new swag for the Mantle Community's swag that we're going to present at events and through online giveaways. We'll select 3 winners, 3 artists, to each receive 1,000 USDC, and you have to enter by June 10th. The winners will be announced on June 14th, and then from there, the judging criteria is pretty simple, but I'll post a link to make sure that you guys can dig in if you're interested in learning more about those criteria. Basically the same stuff that you would imagine would be important for designing quality swag. So originality, creativity, then there's a handful of themes, and of course, design quality. And actually, I'm realizing I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit here. Why don't we do like a round of quick intros as well? Maybe we can start with Mario, and then we can move to Gabe and the Merchant Mo team before we continue through the updates.
Cool. Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Mario. I'm the product manager here at Mantle. I work mostly on DeFi, on DAO products, but also Mantle LSP right now. Thanks.
Thanks, Mario. Gabe, you want to give just a quick intro on yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Gabe. I work on the DeFi ecosystem at Mantle, and yeah, really great to be here.
Awesome. Maybe Blue, since you're unmuted, you could give us intro to yourself, what you guys do or what you do at Merchant Mo.
Yeah, hey everyone, I'm Blue, head of marketing and growth for the Trader Joe ecosystem, of which Mantle, of which Merchant Mo is a key part of it.
Perfect. Maybe hand it over to Levi, and then David.
Hey guys, I'm Levi. I am the marketing community lead for Merchant Mo. And yeah, I don't know, are we doing just personal intros, or if we're doing a Mo intro as well? Merchant Mo is your cornerstone DEX of Mantle. Definitely the best place to do any trading, liquidity providing, all that fun, but we'll get into that stuff later, I'm sure. So
Thank you, Levi.
And then it's me, Davidify. I lead business operations and business development at Merchant Mo, and also Trader Joe, which Merchant Mo is part of, and spend a lot of time around Merchant Mo lately, and focus on most of the Merchant Mo key aspects.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, everyone. So we'll be hearing updates from all these folks throughout. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew who was up here on the stage. Though I think probably most of you are pretty well acquainted with them. I also see Renz here in the chat from IntentX. We'll do some IntentX updates a little bit later. And Renz, will invite you to join the stage if you stick around and would like to do that. All right, I'll just continue here, dropping some updates. So for those who don't know and who aren't a holder of COMs, we've been introducing a lot more ecosystem perks, and this is a trend that we're going to continue to do. So there's one ongoing right now with Catizzen. So if you're playing Catizzen, you have a chance to earn some additional fish tokens to qualify for that airdrop if you're a COM holder. If you're not already a CMO holder, then you probably won't qualify for this because the snapshot was taken on the 28th. But we also did an early access whitelist giveaway for IntentX, which their TGE is coming very soon, and we'll do a update on Reward Station soon, as well as LootX, and we're just going to continue doing these. So if you guys have any preferences, ideas, thoughts about where you'd like to see collaborations between citizens of Mantle and other projects in the ecosystem, drop them in the chat, because we'll be reaching out to projects that are existing, but also when new projects launch, we're going to be trying to prioritize to the best of our ability to get additional perks for COMs. Blue already saying Mo there for sure. Yeah, we should definitely dive deep on. we need some Mo COM collabs for sure.
Yeah, we need a Mo mantle as an accessory. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, we've
the mantle, by the way, if no one's familiar with what a mantle is, it's the kind of the green kind of half cape that you can see in our profile pictures, and that Mo wears.
And also looks like David is wearing a mantle on his PFP there. I don't know if that's intentional, but yeah.
Yes, the original mantle was a standard Jedi robe, but since we are on Mantle, I evolved into a beautiful green mantle and green lightsaber.
That's amazing. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. We can chat after the call and figure out how we can get better integrated between the Mo and COM world. Just quickly moving through here too. So Dungeons and Degens, you guys might have seen this on Twitter. Game 7 is an early project that actually BitDAO, which is the previous iteration of Mantle before the rebrand, they have released a campaign called Dungeons and Degens. They're in phase 1 right now. Actually, I'm realizing that the text on this slide is wrong, so ignore the text here. But Dungeons and Degens is a opportunity for you to get involved in Mantle gaming. We're going to have a handful of projects. We're going to have a handful of projects there. That's gaming projects specifically, including Catizens, Oldor, Medicine, and a few others. So phase 1 is pretty simple. You're just going to go create your profile. It's actually really cool. You get this like 3D avatar that you can upgrade with traits, kind of similar to COM. And then phase 2 will have we'll have like 2 million MNT in rewards. I think 2 million total for phase 2. So do go check that out. It should be relatively simple to get involved and keep up to date on what's going on there. Like actually extremely simple. And it'll be a great chance to go check out these new games that are launching on Mantle soon or have already launched. I will go ahead and post some links here for y'all. I'm a simple man too, Wired. I am a simple man. I appreciate simple tasks. All right, and then the reward station. As I'm sure you guys noticed, in the last, I think 2 hours, we just launched this. We just opened this, and we've got the early lock available today. So you can lock in today your MNT. If your MNT is already locked, then don't worry, you're already going to be included in this. But the first snapshot starts tomorrow, May 31st, and it's going to run through the 30th. So there will be hourly snapshots taken throughout the period, the campaign period, and your reward should update roughly every hour based on those snapshots. The redemption period will be from July 15th to August 15th, and you'll be claiming X Intent X or XINTX, which is the staked version of INTX. And there's a lot of great info out there on the IntentX blog. Maybe if Renz is still here and if you guys have questions, he'd be willing to help answer those. Also, our stewards, including Zoloto here, are really pretty well informed on how this staking mechanism and such works. So feel free to ask questions. And yes, it looks like Renz is there. OG, thank you. So yeah, guys, go lock your MNT and start unlocking those INTX rewards. And Renz, maybe we can chat about that later once we move to the open discussion. Quick shout out, Mantle Intern. If you're not following Mantle Intern, what are you doing with your life? You should be following Mantle Intern. At 0x Mantle Intern, I know everybody's been gobbling up whatever they're posting on the Mantle Hood channel and also on Twitter. Tons of ecosystem updates I think are coming. Yeah, basically a revamp of the intern is in progress, and you're really gonna want to witness this because there's, like, as you can see here, there's an ecosystem map that they've been publishing, which is a great resource for anybody getting into the ecosystem.
Okay, intern.
All right, Mario, I'm gonna hand it over to you for some product updates.
Okay, cool. I will just ask you to move to the next slide because I don't see what you're presenting. So yeah, like
So it's
let's talk about Mantle LSP, right?
yeah, we're on Mantle LSP.
I think Gabe. Perfect. Yeah, I think Gabe will do the most important update about cmETH and Cook and how it all play out. But in the meantime, we were working on the Eigenlayer token season 1 distribution, right? Basically similar to what Eigen did. We staked a lot of METH and got tokens as well. So of course we redistributing that to people who were holding METH in applications or in their wallet on Mantle Network. So yeah, here you can see a screenshot of how it works, like total rewards. I think the distribution is as fair as possible, depending on how much you had on Mantle Layer 2. And it's for the same period that Eigen Layer did, right? So if you're still holding METH on Layer 2, there's another campaign ongoing from Eigenlayer points, and it's still being counted in. So yeah, just keep them there. And we're in the meantime, we're also getting a lot of requests to follow more protocols. So we're adding that constantly just to make sure that everybody's tokens are counted on. Cool. Next slide, please. And yeah, for another update is Mantle Scan, which is basically it's Etherscan for Mantle network, right? Like it was a long time in the making, but it's finally there. So please just check it out and provide us some feedback through Discord or other social media channels. We want to get your feedback if you're happy with how it works, if everything worked for you, and yeah, this is like one of our main explorers right now. So please check it out. Next one is Acquire MNT. Basically, I think I teased it last time, but it's already out. So it's a way to, it's a landing page which helps you to acquire MNT and through different channels, right? Yeah, or different exchanges wherever it's possible, how to get it, and yeah, and then move it to Mantle network, or if you already have a Mantle network, what you can do with it. Yeah, that was a short update, but in general, I would say we're cooking up Mantle LSP and cmETH, right? Like which will give here some details in shortly. But then, of course, we're working on the next updates for the reward station and other things, for more things that we cannot share yet. But definitely the product team and engineers are constantly working on new updates. I think one that I can tease is just like a website update and some more clarity on how everything works on Mantle and treasury and everything. So yeah, that's all from my side. Thanks.
Right. So yeah, exploring the next phase of MEF. So as you guys seen, we recently had the snapshot proposal go through, and yeah, I think just to recap the progress so far, especially for MEF and the Mantle LSP. So far, we've achieved over 500,000 staked ETH since the inception of MEF. I think it's slightly lower now, but that was like the all-time high. So TVL hit its all-time high at 2.19 billion on the 12th of March, and only 3 months from its initial launch. So currently we are ranked fourth among industry-leading liquid staking protocols at 1.78 billion TVL. So pretty interesting to see, and yeah, we've come a long way. Next slide, go to slide 13. And yeah, as you can see, we are fourth place, right behind Binance, which is very, very interesting. And yeah, now the juicy part, which is cmETH. Let's go to slide 14. So as I said, MIP 30 has just passed snapshot voting. Thanks for everyone's contribution in voting, and it was a resounding yes, with 198 million MNT voting for the yes. And what is, for those of y'all who have not read the proposal and have just like voted yes, basically Mantle will be launching a new liquid restake token, or LRT, called cmETH. And cmETH sort of acts like the next phase of MEF's product expansion. And in essence, cmETH essentially allows or aims to create a new user opt-in product extension, which captures the risk reward of the restaking strategies like EigenLayer, and as you see now, there's a couple more players coming up in the space as well. So I think for the longest time, we've been sort of sitting on the sidelines and looking at the restaking narrative go by. And we're just seeing what everyone was doing. And I think this puts us in a very unique position that we sort of get to see what everyone's doing and try to learn from, like, what could we better and like try to piece together like a better product in terms of like UI UX and safety, and also try to be the most capital efficient. Right. So moving on to the next slide. So for those of y'all who don't know or haven't been following the ETH restaking narrative, so ETH restaking essentially enables users to lock up their already staked ETH to further secure any AVS. So it's a really complicated term, but AVS basically stands for actively validated services. So anything like side chains, data availability layers, or rollups, or anything that you can essentially borrow security for. And the LRTs are basically the liquid version of these restake tokens, which aim to make these tokens more flexible and liquid. But what we've seen from the existing protocols that are building in the LRT space is that the current LRT designs are not that capital efficient. It's and not really optimized. So early on, they ran into like multiple issues, right? With especially with like withdrawals, and also most of these LRTs, or if not all of them, were specifically built just for EigenLayer, which is the biggest DA or restaking module there is. And yeah, moving on to the next slide. We have YMETH, or YCMETH rather. So cmETH is essentially the only LRT that is backed by an entire L2 ecosystem, which is Mantle, and also the largest on-chain treasury and its whole ecosystem of DeFi protocols and dApps. So the proposal basically states that we aim to create a really safe, easy, and very flexible, composable, and also yield optimized LRT in the industry. And we're essentially enabling MEF users to get automated and diversified exposure to upcoming DA layers and restaking strategies. So what this essentially means is, because a lot of the existing LRTs were only built for like EigenLayer, it's not really scalable in that sense, where you have so many new restaking modules that are coming up as well, and it's not that flexible. So cmETH is kind of like the best of both worlds, where we essentially have like a strategy manager or like a vault manager, where we can effectively deploy the underlying MEF that is restaked into all kinds of DA layers, not just EigenLayer, but also others as well. So that makes it pretty flexible, and we're essentially able to optimize within like the various yield sources, right? By rebalancing and trying to hedge our risk in terms of like different options there are. So I think the interesting part here is that cmETH will also be really highly composable to generate more yield across the DeFi ecosystem. So you can use your cmETH, or you will be able to use your cmETH in, let's say, lending protocols or DEXs, providing liquidity, and basically your go-to DeFi money Legos, while generating yield on top of yield from both the underlying MEF yield and also restaking yields from all these like different restaking modules. So pretty cool stuff, I would say. And yeah, next slide. So here's a couple of core mechanics of how cmETH might look like. So if you look at like the diagram, which I stole from the snapshot page, is on the left side you can see the current design of MEF, which is essentially the vanilla ETH staking, right? Where you stake your ETH, and the Mantle LSP provides you a receipt token called MEF as like the liquid version of that the ETH that is staked in the POS network. So what we're doing on top of that is creating cmETH, where it's an opt-in kind of strategy. So we have this strategy manager where we have multiple strategies which are whitelisted, where we can, like the governance token holders can essentially whitelist these new strategies and provide limits to each strategy. So the strategy manager can only deploy assets within those limits and those whitelisted strategies as well. So yeah, pretty interesting. MEF holders can opt in. So you as a MEF holder, you don't have to partake. But if you want to enjoy like the extra risk reward, then you can either subscribe or swap your MEF into cmETH. Yeah, and this will be sort of run by we have like an optimization node called the allocator in the middle, which allocates MEF between whitelisted strategies, optimizing between risk and return, depending on the security or the risk parameters of each protocol. And then we also have guardian nodes in place that will sort of provide like real-time protection if in the event of anything going wrong, there's always a pauser that can pause the strategy or the default. And yeah, I think this will be pretty interesting if we can sort of create this cmETH token where it's getting yield from all these various strategies, and we can use that in the broader Mantle DeFi ecosystem and also maybe beyond that as well. And moving on to the next slide. I think this is the part where everybody wants to hear about. So I stole the image from Mantle Intern. Yeah, the cmETH governance token will be Cook, COOK. And yeah, it's basically a community-driven product where Cook token holders will sort of decide the future of cmETH and the whitelisted strategies and the risk parameters and anything to do with the protocol, right? So, and I think the interesting part here is that we'll also have a go-to-market campaign for cmETH that will likely include a points campaign to prioritize MEF, cmETH, MNT, and also the applications on Mantle via a retroactive indexing. So yeah, cmETH points in the future aims to be convertible to Cook tokens in the future. And yeah, for just a disclaimer, Cook has not launched yet, so do not aim into any Cook tokens just yet. We will announce it in the near term. So yeah, that's all from me about Cook and MEF, cmETH.
Awesome, thanks, Gabe. And I'm seeing a few questions in the chat, but we'll have time to cover some of those during the discussion after the community choice here, Merchant Mo. So we're a little bit past our original schedule, so I'm just going to keep moving along and we'll hand it right over to Blue, Levi, and David. And yeah, without further ado, welcome to the Mo crew. So good to finally have you guys here.
Yeah, I think we've been waiting for this moment for many weeks, and the Journeyman, we're super pumped to hear that we got this spot. So I'll go ahead and dive straight on in since we might be running a little late. So I just wanted to use this little snippet of time that we have here to kind of give an overview of where Merchant Mo has come in the last couple months. It's been a very exciting past couple months, and honestly, maybe it's good timing that this is when we got to do our town hall. We have basically the last 2 months have been just really crazy growth Merchant Mo. So let's take a little trip down memory lane, starting back in early April. So early April is when we finally launched Liquidity Book. So that was about 2 months ago now. The wait up until Liquidity Book was, it felt like a long one, and now it feels like time moves in weird ways in crypto. But that was a really big moment for us launching Liquidity Book, and that's kind of when we've always, positioned ourselves as the cornerstone DEX for Mantle, and this was the moment where we could actually start living that. So we launched Liquidity Book in early April, and in the beginning we also had a very big growth campaign with partnering with Athena, offering 30x stats for their USDE campaign. So that was super big for us in the early aughts of April, and then basically that was the start of it, and it just continued to snowball from there. We launched MDMA in early May, which it stands for Mo's Discretized Maker Awards. But we, of course, went with the fun little theming that kind of fits with the meth, the cook, all the Mantle themed stuff. So yeah, we chose to call it MDMA, and so that was our custom incentivizer. It's our rewarder that was built on top of Liquidity Book, and this was the first. Well, actually, not the first. Vimo was also exclusively purpose built for Mo, but this was an entirely new piece of tech that we built specifically for Mantle and specifically for Merchant Mo. So this was a super exciting thing to get out there as well. And basically, since our launch of Liquidity Book, we've seen TVL double to right around 90 million. We're just a little bit off. I've been waiting to send that 90 million tweet for like 2 weeks. It was like 89.86, like 2 times. But yeah, TVL has been growing exponentially, so that between MDMA and Athena and LB in general, we've just seen a ton of growth and a ton of adoption on Mantle, and it's just been super great to see. We have a lot of community members that are getting involved with Liquidity Book and giving it a go, testing it out, and in general, people seem to really enjoy the experience. And with MDMA, we have Trader Joe LB users who are coming in and being like, "Wow, this is a great experience." So like just all around, it's been super great to kind of roll out and see all these things that we've been building in the background finally get out there, and the community just really latching onto it and enjoying it. Last piece of very big news in terms of product stuff, we launched fee sharing yesterday. That was when our first print went live. And so for all of our Mo stakers, we share 100% of protocol revenue with stakers in the form of meth rewards. So Merchant Mo is your neighborhood meth dealer, your distributor. And he distributed 35 meth, 35.4, I think, or something around there, yesterday to stakers. So that was a super exciting day. It happened during our community call, which I'm sure a lot of you guys witnessed. The Mo community who's here on stage, and it was just super exciting. It's been long awaited, and the community, it's been a very fun experience to go through with the community. So it's been quite an exciting couple months. Liquidity Book, MDMA, and now fee sharing, that triumvirate of the products that we've been excited to launch. And with this, we also hit a new milestone. Mo staking hit a 40 million, the 40 million mark as well. And that's now over 50% of the circulating supply that is staked. So that's just awesome to see. People are definitely, they're putting the money where their mouth is. They see the future. They see what we're building here, and they're staking because that's where all the rewards are coming. And yeah, kind of rolling right into our community side. So obviously, we pride ourselves on making good tech, good user interface. We want that side of the Merchant Mo experience to be great. But community is also one of our top priorities when it comes to growth, also just retention of our users. And we want to make this experience an all-around thing. If you are one of the Merchant Mo journeymen, it's a full-fledged experience. It's a full identity that you can kind of get involved with. And some of the ways that we do that are through these larger overarching campaigns. So this last month has been our Mo's Journey Season 3, which also launched in early May, along with pretty much in concurrence with MDMA launching. So Season 3 has been a resounding success. I think season 2 was also quite a great I think it was enjoyable, but it was a very good learning lesson, and we stepped up our game here with season 3. So season 3 was a 4-week campaign. We're in the final week as we speak. There's only a few days left to earn MJP, but it was a 250,000 MNT. 250,000 MNT grant that we were using for this campaign, and those are going for liquidity incentives, MJP, for stakers, and also community. So a lot of people, use this last month, this opportunity to earn double rewards through MDMA, which offered really lucrative rewards, and we saw a lot of users trying out LB for the first time. And so that was super great to see. MJP, that was our staking program. So we reserved 100,000 MNT for stakers. So on top of your METH payouts, we also got the MNT printer with Mo's Journey Season 3. So if you were staking throughout the season and unlocking new tiers, you would be earning MJP along the way. There's also multipliers for that, including MDMA multiplier for earning that. So that was another reason to try Liquidity Book. We had a loyalty multiplier for those who were loyal to swapping on Mo. And then, of course, we had to do a throwback. We had a true journeyman multiplier for those who participated in season 2. And I think the other very big part of this initiative, we had community initiatives, which the big one, first I'll mention we do a spin to win for our OGs and now our adventurers. So basically every day we're giving away 50 MNT in the community for people who are active and join for a fun little spin of the wheel. And yeah, who are the adventurers? The adventurers are the people who completed our Mo's Call to Adventure quest this past couple weeks, which was a riddle clue hunt through Merchant Mo's origin story. And it was just an all-around super fun community experience. And yeah, so we've just seen huge participation. I feel like since our start here, we're now, 5 months basically since Merchant Mo was announced and launched. It's just been super great to grow, not only as our own community, but just grow within Mantle as a whole. So that's just been super great. And yeah, there's more to come. We're not stopping here. We just announced Intent X as a partner this week, which we're super excited about. The Intent X TGE is coming, I believe, tomorrow, if their timeline goes to plan. And liquidity will be seated on Merchant Mo as the on-chain destination for trading Intent X, the Intent X token. So that's a super exciting partnership for us. Super excited about that. Super excited to see that come to Mantle as well. Any big projects that are bringing eyes to Mantle is just great overall for the growth of the ecosystem, and that's just exciting for us. And then one last wrap up. I feel like we did decent there on time with 8 minutes. So season 3 coming to an end this week. So the question becomes the question that's always asked: when next thing, right? When season 4? So we can't give you a date on when. So we're just going to say the classic response to that, which is soon. But we did want to give you guys, those of you guys who, the dedicated journeymen, the ones who show up for everything, we want to give you guys a little something that you can do to get prepared for season 4. So we have a very simple quest, which I'm sure you guys have gotten quite used to quest at this point. But we're going to drop Are You Ready for Season 4 quest. And so this is going to be an exclusive quest with a password as well. And so we're not going to give this out to anyone. It's only going to be the ones who show up to specific events who will earn this quest password. But I'm dropping this in the chat right now. Oh, maybe I should have made that bold or something. I'm not sure if it's loaded properly, but it is sending. So yeah, season 4 is just around the corner. I'd recommend, if you aren't part of the Mo community yet, this is a perfect time to get involved. You know, you're right here at the end of season 3, but there's more to come in the future. As always, Merchant Mo's here to stay. We are the cornerstone decks of Mantle, and you know we're going to keep doing our best to build more and more things, build partnerships, build products, just anything that we can to you know align with the community. So whether that's cmETH or anything else, we will be here. So the password, if you're here, go do that quest. The password is I am a journeyman. I am a journeyman, not a journeyman. So it's singular. But yeah, that's all you got to do. Hop on that quest. You got to sign. You got to join Discord. But that is your password. I am a journeyman. So cheers to you guys. We will see you in season 4. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned in the Merchant Mode Discord for more news on this. And I'll let us move into the last section of the call. Pass it back to you, L. Brian. Thanks for having us. We've been super excited to finally join you guys for a town hall. So glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. More than happy to have you guys here and to have all the journeymen here. I hope everybody joins the next season, and I hope everybody enjoys the rewards from the current season. I mean, honestly, it's been one of the more fun experiences that I've had on chain and in a Web3, crypto community is with the Merchant Mo folks. So, cheers to you guys for just building such a strong community vibe there. All right, so next, for the last 10 minutes or so, we'll just open the mic. We were hoping to have more time to just chat and everything with everybody, just have more open discussions in the ecosystem. So if you want to ask a question for any of the participants up here, if you have a question about the ecosystem, about product development, about Merchant Mo, or if you're a builder in the ecosystem and you want to maybe share an update, feel free to request the mic and we can pull you up here. Perfect. We've got Renz. Renz, you still had your co-host role from our last deep dive, so you've got like special permissions to just jump in.
I could just jump on.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, hey everyone. Yeah, glad to just jump in there. It was a very educational town hall. Always nice to hear more about Mo, and nice for Levy to share some more alpha in regards to obviously Mo season 4 and Intertext that's coming to Merchant Mo tomorrow actually. So yeah, for everybody that's been following Intertext, we're getting extremely close. Tomorrow is the date, 8 a.m. UTC. We're going live on Bybit, Gate.io, and Merchant Mo. And all airdrop participants will be able to claim 50% of their initial airdrop, and ICO participants will be able to claim 100%. So we're extremely excited. It's been a very stressful and busy last couple of weeks, but everything worked out, and yeah, I couldn't be more excited about it. And today, with the even more bullish announcements in regard to the Mantle Reward Station and another 1 million INTX up for grabs, yeah, I mean, what can I say? I'm just so bullish on Mantle in general, and what we're building here. It's truly a chain on its own, in my opinion. I think it's very difficult to not be bullish on Mantle. The teams that are building here, the community that's here, it's just amazing. So I don't know if there's any questions specifically in regards to IntentX or anything else. I'm happy to answer some. Besides that, I just wanted to say, yeah, congrats to Merchant Mo team for all their achievements, and looking forward to the partnership there, and obviously to become even a bigger part of the Mantle community.
Thank you for joining us up here, Renz. If anybody has any questions, as Ren said, he's happy to take those. Yeah, and congrats on everything you guys have been doing. I know you guys have been working extremely hard. I've been trying to resist the urge to ping you about things so you guys can get your work done. But thank you for collaborating with the citizens of Mantle as well. It was great to see some new citizens on board from the IntentX community, and it's great to get those folks some access to the early sale there.
Yeah, and also with the whitelist, I hope I hope everybody who got whitelisted for having a Citizen of Mental NFT also participated in the whitelist sale. Yeah, I mean, we definitely put out a lot of more bullish news after the ICO went live, so it's looking good, and happy to collaborate more with Citizen of Mental and obviously Mental in general.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anybody else want to join stage before we close out here in a few minutes? We've got about 5 minutes left. And I see Steven in the audience as well. Steven Vinyl or I did. Yeah, Steven, you're there. Feel free to jump up if you have anything to share on the Aurelia side, or if you saw any questions or have questions of your own. And I'm sorry if I missed people's questions in the chat, by the way. Was juggling a few things here, so I didn't get a chance to shout any out.
Yo, how you guys doing?
GM, good to see you, Steven. Thanks for joining us
Can
up
you
here.
hear me? Oh, great. Gotta say, great town hall, great news. We knew that cmETH was coming, but now that Gabe was sharing it, I mean, I'm getting the chills. It's awesome what's coming to Mantle with cmETH, with also later down the line with FBTC and Intent-X and Merchant Mo. I mean, happy for you guys. That's awesome. Also, just wanted to share that we've also raised the cap for cmETH. You can mint more AUSD now, and it's even more liquidity. So yeah, thank you guys very much for sharing all your alphas, and we're just happy to be building along all you guys here.
Absolutely. Just looking at this, I'm gonna have to take a screenshot. So if you hear the camera snap, because we've just got such a solid group up here. It looks like some folks are having trouble with the password. Blue or Levi, do you guys wanna share a hint or anything?
This one's not a riddle, guys. I set the actual password, so if it's not working right now, I think Quest N is probably the issue. This quest isn't closing super soon, so you still have time. So if it's not working right now, maybe try again in a few hours or something. The code, I don't think it's case sensitive, but I did it all lowercase, tested it myself, and it works. I am a journeyman with spaces in between. So you write it as a sentence, no period. It's been sent a couple times in the chat. So if it's not working right now, you can try again later. If not, just come to the Mo Discord, and we'll tell you the same thing. But hopefully we'll get you solved out and get it to work.
Looks like it's the capital I at the starts. People seem to be saying that works. Maybe it automatically changes to be case sensitive, perhaps.
I did it myself as a test, lowercase, and it works. So either way, it works. Wired's right. Just blame my laptop. My laptop's fault, or my mic.
There you go. Someone saying it didn't work with a capital I.
I'm about to throw another wrench into this because we've got a question password for the town hall as well. So let's see.
Yeah, is yours as complicated? One word, multiple words?
Ours is super simple. So our password is swag. So I'm gonna post the link right now. Let me actually. So this is the quest to claim the NFT for the Mantle May Town Hall. This will enter you to win the raffle of the 700 MNT. Again, if you're a Citizen of Mantle holder, you'll have 2 chances to win. You can win up to 45 MNT by participating and helping share this event through voting for your favorite project and such, and also by claiming these NFTs. If you've joined the town halls and our deep dive events, you know that there's NFT for each of these events, and I'm working on a way to reward the folks who have been consistently joining our events and working on broader contributor programs too. Basically ways for our community to get more deeply involved, get closer to the center, and sort of express their desire to contribute in whichever way they want, and level up through potentially a ranking system. No promises there, but really like what we want to do is make it so that you can contribute in the way that you want to the community, whether that's creating content, being a community builder, moderating, you know, joining our events, hosting events, being present even on the ground IRL. And then from there you can earn a variety of rewards from roles to MNT. But this is super alpha because all of this is very much in the works. But I mention it because I really am interested to hear what everybody here wants to see from the Mantle community. We collect feedback and take it seriously, and we really rank the feedback based on the number of requests we get. So for Citizens of Mantle, for community events, you know, and then we organize it and prioritize it based on feasibility on our end. So we try to provide the experience, the best experience we can, but also the experience that you want to see. So we're willing to try a lot of things, and we're willing to iterate with you based on the things that you guys are interested in. So if you have ideas, do let me know. But for now, just go ahead and claim your NFT. The password is SWAG. It's SWAG, all lowercase, no capitals, no spaces, SWAG. And I'll post that link again here.
I'll just throw this out here. You guys should build a spin to win into the Mantle reward station. Once a day, everyone shows up to the reward station. Then one massive wheel. Just a thought.
That is a beautiful
Journeyman
thought.
Great idea, Levi. Thoroughly supportive of that.
Yeah, there's a lot. Maybe Mario. I know we're over time, so if anybody has to jump, Gabe, David, Mario, please do feel free to jump off. But Mario, do you want to mention any of? Is there anything we can mention about the product development for Reward Station? I know there's some things coming up, and we're iterating on the design and campaign mechanics.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of updates, to be honest. I think contract-wise, UI-wise, and then, you know, go-to-market-wise with new campaigns, and one launched today, right? But that's, I think, enough what we can say right now. I don't think we can say more. But definitely keep an eye on Reward Station.
Cool. And if you've taken part in any of the past ones, whether it's MISO or the Athena one, or now in Tentex, you can see that there's a little difference in the way that the campaign mechanics work. So we've done raffles, we've done claim rewards at the end, we've done lock and unlock at any period of time. So we're really iterating, I think, on the campaign mechanics as well. So spin to win, yeah, we're gonna take that one to heart. I think that'd be super fun and really engaging.
Yeah, I think one thing that I can say, and it's on the snapshot vote that for cmETH, right? We'll be doing some point campaign through Mantle Reward Station for MNT holders. So yeah, just we're making sure that bigger rewards will be coming, I think.
Perfect. Yeah, and I mean, also with that being said, if you're not involved on the forum yet, if you're just voting, if you're looking for alpha in the ecosystem, a lot of people are sort of fading the discussion forum, and the proposals that pop up there yeah, if you're the first to read those, you're probably the first to get a good insight to what's coming up, depending on who's posted those proposals. So do check that out. And I will end it here since we're about 5 minutes over. I'll hang out in the chat, and if anybody else wants to hang out in the chat and continue to talk, we'll put on the music and just hang out. And thank you everybody so much for joining. Thank you to all of our speakers. Again, amazing lineup of folks here. Thank you, Renz. Thank you, Steven, for joining us last minute and jumping in. Thank you, Blue, Levi, David, Gabe, and Mario. Thank you all for joining us.
Thanks so much.
Well,
Peace out, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.